Um, sometimes there's a line in the sand, if you want to say, that has to be drawn. And to me, where things get a little bit crazy is when somebody isn't playing by the rules. Now, I'll say this. If NASA, if SpaceX, if the United States government, if you name it, is doing things like lying to our face, is hoaxing different things, that, by my definition, is playing by the rules. Even if you are putting us in school desks and you're teaching us lies, you know what? Well, they're lying and we should have been able to tell, or somebody should have noticed, or, to me, that's even playing by the rules. So, you got to come back. We got to battle through that. People lie to you all the time. It's the way it goes. You've got to learn to deal with that. But where things get a little bit creepy is when people no longer play by the rules. When they're able to step outside of what anyone else can do. For example, you're allowed to lie to SpaceX. You're allowed to lie to NASA. You're allowed to lie to other people. If you want to go out and get a bunch of children to come to your house where you're going to teach them something, you are allowed to lie to them. That's you're playing by the same rules they're playing by. Where things get out of control is when there is some player in the game that is allowed to go outside of the rules of the game, because then you don't have a fair fight. And even though we didn't have a fair fight from the very beginning, because you indoctrinated us as children, you still are playing within the rule set until you go and do something like they did today. So let's take a look, and I'll show you what exactly I'm talking about. And again, like I was talking about last night, it comes down to a test. This is a test for everyone involved, because here's the thing. Globers, globe believers, those of you out there who hate me, there are many. This is going to be a test to see if you stand behind SpaceX for doing something clearly nobody should be able to do. Or will you stand behind me, even though you don't agree with what I say? Even though you may believe that the Earth's a ball, you may think flat earthers are the biggest idiots of all time, you may think everything I say is a lie, you may think I do this for money, blah, 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 blah. I've heard it all before. Drink bleach, don't procreate. Yeah, I know. But there comes a time where you have to realize what's at hand. You have to realize what's at stake. And with what I'm about to show you and what I'm about to reveal and what you probably already know, you are clearly being asked to choose sides here between what is right and what is wrong. And I can already hear all the excuses for SpaceX. There is no excuse for SpaceX to do something that is not allowed by anybody. Okay, if you guys don't know, if I make a live video, like I'm doing now, like I did yesterday, I'm not allowed to go in after the fact and change portions of my video. Okay, I can if I want. I can download my video. I can edit it again, but then I have to re-upload it. Okay, so I have to upload it again, which means the date's going to change. The likes are going to go back to 0. The views are going to go back to 0. And there's proof that I changed the video. There's proof right there. Jeran made a video on February 2nd and then re-uploaded it on February 4th after he changed some things he said. Okay, that's something I can do. What I cannot do is make a video like I'm doing now live, then tomorrow decide, I don't like what I said there. It didn't really make sense. I would rather come across being smart. Let me replace that. And so I create a new sound clip, and I'm somehow able to go into my live broadcast and change it. Change my words, change something about that live broadcast, and then let it stand to where no changes are noticed. The upload date doesn't change. The views don't change. Essentially, I have rewritten history. Something that is stamped as live streamed, something that everyone else has no ability to change, so it's not like Jeran would be able to go and change it. Now, if we're going to allow for certain entities, government, space-related, the NFL, doesn't matter who, if we're going to allow people to go back in time edit out portions of their video, and still, here's the sad thing, is that if it came down to it, SpaceX could just say that I lied in my video. They could say, nope, that's our upload. It's our live feed. Jeran made a fake video. And it's their word against mine because their video shows that it was uploaded on February 6th. And they've changed it. If you don't realize what's at hand here, you've lost your mind. You don't realize what is at stake if we're going to give permission for people to change history. Sure, they can change history in articles and on the web. We know that. They can do things like that. We know that. But when it comes to something as simple as what are the rules, what is allowed by YouTube, this is where even the Globers need to stand up for what's right. Doesn't matter what I'm saying. Doesn't matter if you agree with me or you don't. What you have to agree with is SpaceX, of all people, should not be allowed to go back in time and change their live stream. All of you that are Globe believers, and this is especially an appeal to Red's Rhetoric, to Sean Hufford, to Wolfie6020, to Soundly, to you guys that make videos, do you think it should be allowed for SpaceX to go change their live stream? You can't change your live stream. Sean Hufford, you say something wrong in a live stream, it's there forever. Red's Rhetoric, you make a mistake, it's there. We all know that. We all have to deal with it. It's part of doing things live. You don't have the option to go back and change it. You can delete your video, but then everybody says, haha, I have this video Jeran uploaded on the 3rd and he deleted it on the 4th. But should they be allowed to do something that none of us are allowed to do? This is an appeal to anybody who's just a human being, that this becomes, they're not playing by the same rules. They can essentially, let's just pretend, accidentally, a scuba diver is seen in space. I capture it. I'm making a video about it. Oh, I found the scuba diver in space. NASA sees it, or SpaceX, whoever. They go in. They replace the scene with the scuba diver with a new scene, and then just leave it. And then I come out with my video and say, ha, NASA put a scuba diver. Nope, sorry. What do you mean? Where'd you get? Jeran, you've edited your video. You've added a scuba diver. Because clearly NASA's upload doesn't have the scuba diver. That's why we have timestamps. That's why we have upload dates. That's why we have things called live streams. So that nobody can take advantage of that kind of situation. Well, let's look at what SpaceX has gone and done, because they have done something that should be allowed by no one. It's ridiculous. Let me bring this up real quick, just so something I tweeted earlier. The FakeX and Felony Musk have been allowed by Google and YouTube to do something no other channel is allowed to do. They have been allowed to go into their live stream video, edit it. The upload still says live stream, and they have made changes, essentially rewriting history. What a total joke. First of all, before I show you exactly what they did, let's look at a couple things here. Starting with some questions I went looking for at YouTube Live FAQs. Searching for how do I edit my video? How can I edit my video? Here's the YouTube editor. Now, this is something I did not know. Maybe you guys didn't know either. I did not know that I'm able to trim my videos that are live. It's totally new to me. And in fact, I think it's awesome because I've always wondered, the reason I do that minute and a half at the beginning is I had a lot of people emailing me saying, oh, I wish I knew when you were going to go live because when I find out it's too late and I go there and you already started. So I said, okay, I'll put like a minute and a half countdown. This way you get the notification and you have time to get there. So now I know that I can go in and I can trim the beginning of that video so that people watching it not live don't have to watch that minute and a half countdown. However, there's a caveat to that editor. As you can see, maybe it's here. I don't know which one it is. Yes, I've highlighted it here. If you have over 100,000 views or a content ID match, you can't save any changes to your videos. Instead, you can create a new video with a new URL with the edits using the Save as New Video option. You can still save changes to videos with a blue faces or custom blurring features. So basically saying, number one, you can edit, meaning trim, crop videos. You cannot replace parts of the videos with other videos, as I'll show you that they did. And also, if you have over 100,000 views, SpaceX had 100,000 views before I took my first breath on the 6th. Okay, They had millions of views. I think it's up to 16 million now. Clearly, they have gone over this amount. They are not allowed to do any trimming, let alone completely replacing video. Let's move to the next one. Making changes to uploaded videos. Tells you can make changes by, they're talking about to the category, the title, description, not to the video. How to edit a live stream archived video. You can trim out parts of your video and enhancements and keep the same URL. But if you use the YouTube video editor, you will be given a new URL, which means you're starting all over. I mean, new views, new likes, all that stuff. I can't edit a live video to trim it. This person was trying to trim it. Let's see, close this one. YouTube video editor, you can download your own videos, and then you can make changes to them. But then you'd have to re-upload it on a new date with new views, and both videos would be on your channel. Okay, let's get rid of that one. See, that's just talking about archiving live stream. I was trying to find something to say, can I edit my videos? Am I wrong in just thinking you're not allowed to do that? You'll see here that they're talking about same kind of things. Not allowed. So let's go to SpaceX and their YouTube channel. In this video I saw this girl. She went through and told you how to trim, how to cut the beginning and the ending of your video off. I never knew you could do that, but you are allowed to do that. That is one thing. Okay, is that changing history? Well, I guess you're able to cut out something you said. But if SpaceX just took out the second half of their video, well, it would be easy to say, well, here's the video with the rest of it. They had a whole nother 30 minutes. Well, I didn't fake the other 30 minutes of SpaceX's video. That's clear. But when it comes to something as like they've done, absolutely crazy. This is Destin from Smarter Every Day. Really scary to play any of his videos because before I simply included a clip of Samantha Cristoforetti talking about the seals, and he went and copyright striked my video. I wrote him and asked him to please remove it, and he didn't respond to me for 30 days. Waited all the way till the end to basically just let it lapse and didn't charge me with the copyright. But I also had to take down the video. So in this video, real quick, I'm going to play it real quick. This is for copyright. I mean, with copyright, this is for commentary, news and commentary, and I'm using his piece because he makes a gross error in what he says here. Let's listen to what Destin says, and do I have the volume on is the question. Let's turn it up. Yeah, I do. So we're just going to listen to a very small portion of his video, and I didn't use him as my thumbnail, didn't use him in the description, but let's listen to what he's got to say about the two cameras on SpaceX's video.
It's so incredible. Okay, the next part that I absolutely love. So the rocket's up and away, right? The two boosters safely separate. They do a little pirouette and they come back without touching each other, and they come back in with a re-entry burn. The part that I love, I mean, as an engineer, this just tickles all the right parts of my brain.
As an engineer, this is going to tickle him so much. This great thing about these two videos down below.
The fact that the video feed from both of those boosters looks like it's just one booster played on two different screens. I love that. That means the guidance and control algorithm was so finely tuned that they just nailed it. So tip of the hat to the guidance and control team that did that.
Sorry, not two different videos. That is the same video, as I pointed out already. It's the same exact video, played twice, one of them cropped in order to deceive you. That's the reason for it. He just said because they're so finely tuned that they just look like they're alike, but they're not because of great engineering and some bullshit. Sorry, Destin. Smarter every day? Or dumber every day? You tell me. So smart that SpaceX has gone and edited out those great engineering feats. That's what they've done. Let's go there and find out what they've done. So we're going to SpaceX's channel. Okay, this is their channel, and we're going to videos. And you'll see here that they had the animation 3 days ago. Then 2 days ago, here's the Falcon Heavy test flight. 16 million views. Okay, let's see if they've got any live streams. Live streams, okay, there's the Falcon Heavy test flight. 16 million views. 34 minutes, 19 seconds. Let's go back to all videos. And there you've got the 3419. Okay, this is their video. It's the only one available. Quiet down. Only one available. You'll see now something different about this video than it was the other day. They have replaced this screen. This is a new screen that wasn't there the other day. Okay, you can, now I'm lucky here. I mean, Destin's got that video, so if it ever went to court, sure, we could prove that SpaceX had the other video, because he's talking about it being, oh, even though these look the same, they're not the same. They are the same, as I pointed out. They were just cropped and one frame off so that it was different looking. But somehow they've replaced this video. Now, here's the thing. If they really did forget and just not have a proper video ready, they accidentally placed 2 in there, oh well, it's a live stream. You re-upload a video and you say, here's the corrected video from the other day. And you leave them both up. That's the correct thing to do. You don't go in and do something impossible. You don't edit. This thing here, if you notice, says streamed live February 6, 2018. Okay, that's what it says. Doesn't say anywhere here edited, different, changed. This video has been changed on this date and time. It is an absolute lie. This video was not streamed live on February 6th. It was streamed live and then altered on February 7th or 8th. They have changed this video to now have 2 different feeds. So when somebody like me makes a video saying, hey, these guys have this feed, look at this, completely different. These are no longer the same feed. I mean, they're completely different. And especially the landing. Look when you get to the landing. I made a point of showing that they had to be the same feed because they both landed on the white circle. And if you look here, we'll watch this little landing here. Here they come down and, oops, sorry, I didn't mean to do that. You'll see that they're coming down and all of a sudden you see the one going towards the black circle with the white SpaceX in the middle. The other one going towards the white SpaceX with the black in the middle. See this? Black with a white in the middle, white with a black in the middle. Completely changed overnight. Again, I have no problem with you changing. If you made a mistake, you didn't get the right upload. Oh, well, okay, great. Then upload a new video. You don't go change history. I wouldn't even mind if this video here said edited, changed since live stream. Maybe you put a note in here that says, hey, we changed this. Sorry, this is a re-upload changed by SpaceX because we accidentally, doesn't say it anywhere. Doesn't say it anywhere. It's a complete and total crock of shit, is what it is. Something that nobody else is allowed to do. You're not allowed to do that. So I'm going to get to the bottom of it. I don't know who at SpaceX had to contact who at Google or YouTube to be allowed to do something that no other person's allowed to do. Who the F is SpaceX? Who are they? It's not some government entity. They're a private company. Is any other private company ever allowed to change their live feed? Who the F is SpaceX to be allowed to do something no one else is allowed to do? And I don't care if other people aren't upset, then they don't understand what's at stake. If you're going to allow certain groups to change history, I mean, essentially the other portion of the video is gone. The actual live stream is gone. Now, I have it saved. Other people have it saved. But it would become in court, well, it's their word against ours. They can easily go and look at my video, which we'll bring up here in a second. Let me transfer this over to this one. Okay. What they could easily do is when I bring up my video and I say, hey, this is not right. Their video is showing the 2 different video cameras. My view is showing the same view. When I see them land, as in here, I'm going to say, here they come down, and they actually both land on the same pad. Here they come, and both of them land on the white. See this? They're both going to land on the white circle. So when I show this, guess what? SpaceX can just say, this guy just cropped out this part of the video and put it in his. He's lying. It's not real. And what do I have to stand up to? What can I do? So if that's the rules we're playing by, it's like what I say about cloning. People tell me all the time, oh, people can clone people. If they can clone human beings, then I give up. they win. I'm not going to go around trying proving things or say this person. If they can clone people, then that's ridiculous. If you can clone a human being, then they win. We're all done. I mean, that doesn't even matter. I mean, you cannot fight against somebody who can clone human beings. Okay? Just like you cannot fight against somebody who is able to edit live video, change it, essentially, then they've just changed history. How am I supposed to go up against, how can I prove anything? So to all you people who hate me, and I'm sure there's a ton, you may disagree with what I'm saying, but how can I go up against anybody that's allowed to do this? And are you going to back SpaceX in this situation? I can't wait to see the comments because I know how many people hate me. I know how many people think I'm an idiot. I've read my comment section before. Will people stand up and say, nope, Jeran, you're an idiot. They should get to change history? Or will they say, you know what? I hate you for everything else that you are and everything else that you say and everything else that you believe. But about this one thing, you are correct. There's no reason, no way anybody should be allowed to go against the rules and just change history. And you may say, oh, it's just them. They just added a different feed that wasn't there before. That's great. That's fine. I'm not even saying I have a problem with them changing that. The problem is, where's the word edit? Where's the word changed? Why isn't there a big thing? You know, if you change your comment on YouTube, okay, you've commented something, and then you go and change it, what does it say? Edited. Okay, I don't know any site that allows you to go in and change something and it not say edited. Twitter, you can't edit your tweet. You can only delete it. Because otherwise, you're changing history. Otherwise, you are going back in time and saying, I didn't actually say that, I said this. And then everybody who commented on your stupid post in the first place then has to say, oops, wait, he didn't say that? Did he say it? I'm not really sure. That's a problem. It's ridiculous. It absolutely is a joke. Something I never expected. As upset as I get at everything, I never expected that. And it started out with somebody saying, did you check out Smarter Every Day's video? He actually makes the mistake of saying that it's the same, or it looks the same, but it's a different camera. I said, oh, this has got to be hilarious. So I go watch his video. Then I read the comments. And in the comments, somebody said, Destin, you got that wrong. They're actually the same camera. Then somebody commented on that and says, they're not the same camera. I just watched it. It's a different camera. I'm not even sure what Destin's showing. I'm like, what are they talking about? That I just watched it and it's not the same camera. So maybe they uploaded something different. I go look. I say, no, it's the same video. This guy's wonder why he couldn't see it. Then I just go search through the video. And the last thing I expected was to see that they changed the video. I was floored. I was absolutely floored. So I'm going to bring up the chat here. I just want to see real quick if anybody, if people agree here. What the hell is going on that's allowed? I don't care if the Earth's a sphere. I don't care what, any of your beliefs. If you think space is real, you think Jupiter, the gas planet, is really cool. I don't care. This is different. This is not playing by the same rules, not on the same playing field. You cannot defeat somebody that's able to do that. But at the same time, all trust should be lost for SpaceX. I mean, who the F is Elon Musk? Who did he go talk to? How would he have the balls to say something to, hey, Google, we made a mistake, and I know it's not allowed that we change our live videos, but will you do it one time for us, please? I mean, what the hell happened? How could this even take place? It doesn't even make sense to me. My mind is boggled as to what had to take place for them to pass some video to Google and say, hey, will you put this in the place of the other video that we have and let this video pretend to be that one? We made a mistake. We had the wrong feed. Google should have said, oh, sorry, our live view rules are that you can't change your live views. No one else is allowed to. Why the F would we let you? But that's not what happened. So if this doesn't wake people up to the fact that these space agencies are lying to your face and they've got control of Google, they've got control of YouTube, they've got control of the Senate, they've got control of the government, it's everything. This is the lie that is everything. And this is the test. Are you able to stand up and say, wait a second, something's wrong here? These guys lying for hundreds of years about space. Lying about places you can go. Why are they lying? Well, because you spend money on it. It's an experience you'll never have, but you spend money on it. How much money? Well, a ton. A lot of money. Let's go look at the space expenditure page. Currently at 5 trillion, 6 billion, 81,905,000. Now we're at 82 million. That's how much money has been spent on the space scam since 1960. Okay, again, you may believe in space. That's fine. But you cannot believe in space so much that you say, I love my space fantasy so much that they should be allowed to change history when they make mistakes. No one else should be able to, but space gets to. Space is so cool. Elon Musk's stupid little red car is so cool that he should be able to change history. That's what people must think. I can't even think of what else would they think? How can that be allowed? It is a travesty to the system. It's a joke. Let me bring up the chat and see. Just tell me, agree. If you disagree, I would love to see you say disagree. Because it is a joke. Let's see here if anybody... yes, it does get dispersed into the economy. Absolutely, you're right. It doesn't get thrown out into space. That is a good point. But wait, Astronomy Live. I will acknowledge your... Astronomy Live. Time out before I go on. I don't want to see anybody else's. I'm going to go ahead and answer him. Astronomy Live. I will gladly acknowledge your footage. It's right here on my computer. I will show you that I looked at it. Pull this up. Here's Astronomy Live's footage. Somewhere in here. Got it. It should be here somewhere. Astronomy Live. Which one was it? Falcon Heavy launch booster. I don't remember what your title was. Falcon Heavy first launch and boosters. Let me see which one it is. Can't see the whole title. Return and boosters return to soft landing. Is that it? Falcon Heavy from Cocoa Beach. Uninterrupted footage. This is yours. Oops. Wrong one. So for anybody saying I won't acknowledge your footage is great. And if you would have listened to my view yesterday, I clearly said exactly what I think about them launching. Oops, you're not watching the same thing I am. Sorry. Let me get that on there. All right, here we go. Everyone, here's Astronomy Live's footage. And as I said, you can find footage of somebody going to David Copperfield's magic show and making a car disappear. If you think that's evidence that cars disappear, wake up. It's not evidence. But I will take nothing away from Astronomy Live. I'll take nothing away from his great, except for the sound is bothering me. Where's the volume on this? Thank you. I'll take nothing away from his filming. He seems to be the only one that I've seen so far that films this thing go all the way to horizontal. The release of the 2 side rockets. And he follows all of them. He was really close to following both of them all the way down. But the only reason he didn't is because he had to make a choice. Here's both of them. He had to make a choice between one or the other. And chooses, I forgot, the one further down or something. So, I take nothing away from your footage. What I said is that I wouldn't doubt these are helium balloons. That's what I said. That doesn't mean that you didn't see anything go to space, my friend. Okay, in case you didn't realize that, let's go back and see. What did you watch go to space? Well, these things went up in the sky. These helium balloons blasted off and floated down to Earth. That's what you filmed. This thing here, what happened to it? I don't see it going to space. But you believe that there's a car with a dummy inside of it, with a camera view of the ball Earth going around and all these little sparkles flying. So great for you. I acknowledge your footage. Now let me ask you, Astronomy Live, answer me this. I'm looking in the chat for you. Are you allowed to change your live uploads? Tell me that. A helium balloon doesn't fall at over Mach 1. Okay, great. You can estimate the speed of things falling from that view. Okay, let me ask you again. Astronomy Live, are you able to change your live streams? Can you go in and change them? That thing fell like a rock, okay? Again, I ask you. Let's drop that for now. Let's say I totally agree. This whole thing happened. Everything that you showed happened exactly as you say. Now let me ask you, are you allowed to change your live streams? I filmed it in space. What? What did you film in space? Yes. Oh, okay. You're allowed to change your live streams? How do you change your live streams? What do you mean? I asked you, can you change your live streams? Are you allowed to go in and replace parts of the video? Yeah, I did. I turned the audio down. You talking about in the video or me? I hope you. I thought he said yes too, but the truth is that you can't. And if somebody knows how, tell me how. How can you put other videos inside? You'd have to edit a video to do that. Live, yes, I filmed that car in space. Where? What do you mean? He filmed that? Astronomy Live, tell me what you mean. You have a video of that? You filmed the car in space? Replace the video? No. Okay. So do you think that there's a problem that SpaceX is able to do that? That SpaceX went in, changed their MF in video. Then it still says it was live. I mean, this should be a big deal to everyone. I don't care how real or fake or anything that SpaceX's footage was. Who the F is SpaceX? I mean, it is a joke. Okay, somebody said, please show us changed footage. I'll show you again. Here is the original uploaded video that I recorded live that so did Smarter Every Day. Okay, these people all recorded the same thing. That is, one second, I got to find it. Falcon Heavy Test, this one here. Okay, this is the video here. Oops, damn it. Sorry, put the wrong video. This one here. Okay, this is the video that was played on February 6th live for everyone to watch. If you notice, these screens here at the bottom are the same video feed. Okay, now they look different because, and I'll show you why if I can get them to work. Okay, that one's the same, but every once in a while I'd press play and I would realize that they were off sync. That's on. That's on. 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 Okay, let's see here. Usually you can get them to pause and they'd be off. Okay, this one here. If you can tell, this video here is different than this one. You can kind of tell there's a little more white here than there is here. So at first I was thinking, oh, it is two different feeds. But if you just click through one time, play, then the next scene is always the same because all it is one frame off. So sometimes, like there, you'll pause it and it's perfect. You'll see here the same exact frame, but then if I press play and pause again, there, it's different. See how here there's a little dark spot, here it's white. Now if I just real quick press play, pause, it'll be the same. Watch, play. Okay, now it's the same. What's happening is it's one frame off. Okay, so when you pause, you can sometimes get it to be perfect, sometimes it's one off. Okay, that's what was shown live. I made the point of saying that this was done deliberately because there's no other reason why. Let me show you this here. Let me get a little closer. When you're watching this, why would one of the screens be cropped? Okay, it has to be purposely done. Meaning if you look here, look at the distance between this triangle right here, and this one. Okay, this screen has been cropped to make it look different than this screen and then offset by a frame so that they're different. Okay, now, if somebody wants to come and say, Jeran, actually, they just accidentally fed the same video feed to the screen, that's fine. They made a mistake. Understood. I'd still have questions about, well, why is it cropped? Why would they crop the one view, the same feed as the other one? But you know what? You could argue that. That's fine. And I would say, well, it's a deception, and you would say, no, it's an accident. Whatever. We can argue about that all day. But the fact of the matter is, it's the same video. That's been proven. You can go down here to the end and watch them both land, and we'll see here. As they're coming down, they are both going towards the white in the middle of the black. See this? Black with white in the middle. Okay, they're going down. Oh, I'm sorry, they're going towards the white, this one. The white with the black in the middle. Here they go. Okay, both these are about to land on the white with the black X. Okay, so that's the video that played live. Here it is again. They're both going towards the same thing because it's the same feed. It's just this one is cropped. Okay, that's fine. That's what happened. I made a video. I talked about it. Everybody, we move on. It's another day. Now, if you go to SpaceX's video today, okay, and I'll show that again before I go here. All you have to do is go to their Falcon Heavy test flight. Let me swap this so you can see what I'm doing. You can see that this video here is their video. There is no other video from the day. It still says streamed live on February 6, 2018. Right here. Doesn't say anywhere that this was edited. Doesn't say, hello, we changed this. Hey, we inserted something different. Because it's not allowed. Because it's not something you're allowed to do. So when you look at this one, tell me why now we've got these things coming down and all of a sudden, oops, it's a little different than the live feed in the fact that now one of them's going towards the black and one of them's going towards the white. Now you've got these things landing on two separate pads. But it says live streamed. They didn't get to lose their views. They didn't get to lose their likes. They were able to change history. Nobody else in the history of YouTube that I've ever seen has been allowed to do that. Never seen somebody change a live stream. Maybe if they want to download it and then re-upload it as another video. Hey, this is an updated video changed off the screen. We changed a mistake we made in the other one. So you can either watch the live stream where we made a mistake, or you can watch the re-upload where we fixed it. That's the proper thing to do. Not to go and change a live stream and keep all this bullshit. In order to do that, you have to have contacted Google and talked to somebody specifically and gotten permission to do something that nobody else is allowed to do. And who in the hell at Google is going to agree with that? Hey, we want to change our live stream. What do you mean? Why? Because we made a mistake. Well, what kind of mistake? We forgot to put in a video feed. Okay, you made a mistake. Oh, well, get over it. People do it all the time. But sorry, the rule is you upload a live stream, it's live. You got to deal with it. But Crybaby Musk is allowed to get away with it? Give me a freaking break. Astronomy Live, if you agree with that should be allowed, if you think that is, I mean, I don't even know what to say. It's a joke. And again, I don't even care if people want to lie to my face, people want to call me names. Hey, it's all fair game. We all have the same playing field. I tell people all the time, you want to call me names, you want to say that my stuff's bullshit, you want to say that I'm full of shit, make a video. We all have the same playing field. I'm allowed to make a video on my YouTube channel under the same rules you're allowed to make a video on your YouTube channel. That's the way it works. Okay, I'll say my piece, you say your piece, people will decide, or whatever. That's just, we're all on the same playing field. What if I was allowed to change my live streams? Say one thing, then you guys make comments about it, make videos about it, and I'll go back in time and change what I said. Well, you think people would have a problem with that? Of course they would, because it's bullshit. Why would somebody be allowed to do that? Especially when people have made videos pointing out flaws in your video, and then you just go change it? Switch it up? Oh, that didn't happen. This guy's full of it. He just changed that on his own. That's what it comes down to, too. In a court, I mean, there's no metadata in this other than that upload date. I mean, well, how would I know? There could be backroom upload data, but how could I protect Google from just changing it? They just obviously changed the stream for these guys. It's a horseshit nonsense. And it's evidence, whether you want to see it that way or not, it's evidence that there's a problem here. Who the F is SpaceX? Give me a break. Who is Elon Musk besides some toddler-looking nobody who almost lost his fortune on PayPal, got lucky on some business that loses $600 million a quarter? You think I could do that? Somebody give me a couple $1 billion and tell me, Jeran, go lose $600 million in a quarter. Okay, I'll do that. I'll try and sell a car for less than it cost me to make it. That'll be fun. Elon Musk, what a joke. That guy's a joke. And he gets to go change his live streams? Come on. I mean, how could anybody not see we have a problem here? Who the F is SpaceX? FakeX. That's who they are. They're complete frauds that can't operate under the same rules as everyone else. And spaceman in space. Look at this. If you believe this, you are a joke. I'm sorry. I mean, whatever. You can believe whatever you want. Just enjoy yourselves. I mean, if you think this is taken from space, that this is what it looks like, I mean, come on. It's just ridiculous. I can't even begin. I'll go back to the chat 1 second. I wanted to bring up the where's my little piece on, where is it? I was trying to show the feed that I made that had both of them, but what was it called? Oh, Tesla, there it is. This one? Yeah, there we go. So this is 10 times as fast Astronomy Live, and if you think just because you film rockets go up in the sky that this is real, how do you not see the disconnect there? How do you not see the disconnect between just because you see things go up in the sky that this is real? Again, your video evidence is great. It's a great show. It's the equivalent of me going and watching David Copperfield make a car disappear in front of an audience. I'm filming with my video camera, and then I bring it to you and I say, you won't acknowledge my evidence of cars disappearing. And I would hope you would say, cars don't disappear, guy. That's impossible. That your videotape is not evidence. It's evidence that you went and saw a show. Astronomy Live. Your evidence is evidence that you went and saw a show. They put on a show for you. They put things up in the sky. They came down and landed 40,000-pound candlesticks, landed back on Earth softly, and didn't blow a half-mile hole in the ground. You want to believe that? By all means, believe in magic. If somebody wants to believe in David Copperfield that he made the Statue of Liberty disappear, more power to him. Enjoy yourselves. Have all the fun you want. Yeah, I'm sure he did make it disappear. Oh, you have a video camera footage of it? Great. Yeah, good evidence. I don't care. You can't make the Statue of Liberty disappear. You went and saw a good show. Just like you can't make 40,000-pound candlesticks come down at this Mach speed, and then you shoot out a little fire, and they land softly. I mean, look at this picture. What is going on? Also, and I haven't found this exactly, but I heard somebody say it. I would love to see. Let me see if we can find it right now. I heard that there is the same cloud pattern 3 hours later. Anybody heard this one? Don't know if people in the chat have heard it, but I don't know where they saw it. Now, this video here is just me playing things at 10 times speed, and I tried to cut out all the black screens. There is still some in here. But I heard that there's a difference of 3 hours in the same cloud pattern, so I'm going to see if we can find that here real quick. I did see kind of what they looked like. I don't think this was them. Let me see here if I can find where I saw. It was pretty clear shots of the Earth. Maybe I'll go look for that video and see exactly where those were. It looked like maybe this one? No. Let me see if I find that just so we don't say that it happened. And let me look that up real quick. Sorry. So it would be SpaceX, same clouds. Or maybe I saw it on Twitter. Oh, that's where I saw it. I did see it on Twitter. Let me see if I go there. Maybe they didn't even make a video. Twitter. Where did I see that, though? Okay, what the hell is this? Sorry, now I'm looking at... Oh, you're not looking at what I'm looking at. What is this? All right, now this makes no sense. Let me show you what I'm looking at. I just found a tweet from Musk I didn't even see. Where's my Chrome browser? Here we go. This is Elon Musk saying, apparently there is a car in orbit around Earth, but this car is not spinning like the other one was. What is this? This is not... Oh, what? Maybe, I'm sorry, he might be taping a screen there or something. It looks like he's filming a screen. Sorry, I thought that was supposedly some view from space. Gosh, where did I see that tweet, though? It was in my feed, I think, but I probably won't find it now. I don't know how to... I'm not good at Twitter. I don't know how to search. I'll look in the chat if anybody knows. Maybe that... you wouldn't know on my video, the time slots. Shoot. Let me see if I can find it. I saw the... Oh, maybe this one? What's this? Where was that video? Nope. Shucks. I don't remember. Let me see here if I can find it on here. Anyway, if there is 2 videos 3 hours apart, what will Astronomy Live say about that? Well, they just looped the video. You'll make an excuse. That's all you guys do. Because you will never admit that you're being lied to. This is fraud. They're frauding in your face. And you feel, because you go and film it, that means what's taking place here with this stupid red car with the stupid circle Earth, which doesn't even look like a sphere at all. Looks like a circle. Doesn't look like a sphere. Where's the side? Where's the shading? It's a circle. It's a complete joke. But let me see if I can find these clouds here. Gonna try and find them. I remember seeing a picture. Somebody had taken like a little image and showed both the views, but I can't remember. Maybe here. Nope. Doesn't look like them. Let me see here. And again, I didn't do any evidence, or I didn't do any research on this, so for all I know, they pulled two of the same screenshots. I don't know. But I thought it kind of looked like this. And what time is this at? Okay, so we're at 4:28, 4:25. Just going to check and see if this repeats itself. 4:25. That there clearly looks different. And that one looks different. Sorry, I know I'm using my little edit screen. I don't think you can see it. I'll click it forward so you can see what I'm doing. Just trying to find if anything looks the same. Nope, that doesn't look the same. But there would not be two cloud patterns that are the same, obviously. Nope, can't see anything on that one. And nope, can't see anything on that one. What about this one? That there? Oops, went too far. So clearly, anyway, it just comes down to ethics. It comes down to playing by the rules. Nobody is allowed to edit their live views. So who the F is Elon Musk? He's hashtag FElonY. He's felony Musk for his lies against humanity. That's who he is. And continuing to lose $600 million a quarter on a company that's worth more than Ford. Give me a break. You know how many cars Ford sells a year? You know how many cars GM sells a year? Tesla is the biggest joke that there is. Oh, congratulations. You lost $600 million. Think of how hard you'd have to try to lose $600 million in a quarter. Think of how hard you'd have to try. He makes $3 billion in profits. In revenue, and loses $600 million. Congratulations. Oh, Elon, you're the hero of everyone. I wish I could be like you. I wish I could be in charge of two companies and run one into the ground. And the other run into the ocean. Ha ha, sorry. I don't see this repeat of footage. Maybe somebody makes a video on it. Now this is interesting, though, because I do see this, and then I saw that at the end. Okay, maybe it was this one. So let's check. This is at 1:38. I'm going to check because now I did see this kind of looking thing here at the end. Let me see, 1:38, and maybe here-ish. Nope, can't see that one. And can't see that one very good. There was another view of that Australia around here, and I can't find it. Maybe there. Nope. I don't see it. Wasn't there another one towards the end that we were looking at had Australia in it? Let me go back here. This one? This one? Nope. See that one there? You can't really see it. So if anybody knows, maybe the time slots on the actual video, I'm guessing they got it from the 4-hour video, because I don't see any more Australia. Let me go back a little bit. There's one of Australia. I don't see the same cloud pattern there. Oh, maybe that was it. Hold on. Okay, let's check here. It could have been these two. I didn't remember where it was seen, but it could be. Interesting. All right. So this is the top of Australia. This is at, and let me see, I'm going back to 1:38. 1:38. I'm about to flip to 1:38, and you tell me. Look at it. Take a look right here. We're looking at this cloud pattern here. We've got this one little thing, then these two things, and then a longer thing, then this big glump here. So we got 1, 2, 3. Kind of look for this thing here. So it looks like a bird. This little fence, bird fence, line, clunky thing. So we're going to go back and we're going to look 3 hours earlier at 1:38. You tell me if we see the same thing. Let's go 1:38. A little bit further. Not sure if that's what they're looking at. Is this 1:38? Oh shit, I didn't write down the time that I was just at. Where was that at? I don't see the same thing, I don't think. Well, I don't know. I'd have to check into it. I don't want to say anything yet. It looks kind of like that clump is the same, but not to the point where you could say it's the same. I'd have to look at it closer. So anyway, oh, this is the one here. I'll check it again here. This one. I'm just looking for something here. So I got this little piece here, 135, 138. Huh. Let me go back here now again. This might be more interesting than I thought. Well, for life of me, if I would write down that time one time. I think it's the same every time it goes around. Now I'm looking at it. This little set of what looks like 3 dots here. And so that cloud would have to stay the same from, I think the whole video was 4 hours, and if I'm at 1:38, so it's got to be somewhere near the beginning and somewhere near the end of the actual footage. We see here. I don't know. I'm going to check that out. Anybody else has looked into that, go to the 4-hour view. I think it's 4.5 hours. And let's pull some cloud information from right here. I'm seeing this same little print here. And that's at the beginning of my video and the very end of my video. My video is only 28 minutes, but it is in order exactly as the actual 4.5 hour video was. So that does mean that those clouds look awfully damn close to being identical 4 hours later, which should be quite impossible. And so we'll check that out. But I can't make a call on it yet. What I can make a call on is the fraud that is SpaceX. And, you know, at this point, and I don't like to speak out against them because for the most part, I think they're awesome. I think YouTube provides a place for us to speak our minds, and it's judged by people. I mean, people don't have to watch. They can simply turn you off, think that you're ridiculous. They don't have to watch. Anybody can make a video. Anybody, we all play by the same rules. I've never had a problem with them. Sure, have they given me strikes for things I didn't deserve? Have they? Yeah, everybody has that same complaint. But I never thought they would give SpaceX permission to change a live feed. It's just, it's not allowed. I showed you the rules. I showed you the terms of service, the rules that say, sorry, and if you have more than 100,000 views, you can't even trim your video. Oh, by the way, I didn't even point that out. So remember I told you, more than 100,000 views, you're not allowed to trim your video, correct? Well, unless you're SpaceX, because if you go to their video of the Falcon Heavy flight, the one I have, so this is my version, the one that was filmed live, and you can't see the time, huh? Can you, shoot. Wait, maybe let me see if you can move it up just a hair so you can see it. Oh, you can see it. Nope, you can't. Oh, now you can. Okay, so let me transition this. Okay, so this is my editor, or not my editor, but my video player. It's called Pop Player. If you ever want a free media player, it is awesome. Best one I've ever found. So you'll see right down here that I have 21 minutes, 14 seconds, 15 seconds out of 4309. Okay, so it's a 43-minute original video. Now, if we go to SpaceX's new video, which is here. So let me go back. So this is their Falcon test video, and you'll see now it's 34:18. So what they did is they edited out the entire beginning, which was just their little wait screen, which again is fine if it's within the rules. The rules say you can trim your video if you have less than 100,000 views. I showed that at the beginning of the video. I'm not going to show you now. I erased the tab, go back in the video and find it. I showed you where it said you may trim your video unless you have 100,000 views. Then you cannot edit your video at all. They had way more than, I think they had 9 million at the time that I saw the video, or 8 million, and they were able to go in and do what's not allowed. Who the F is SpaceX? Who the F is Elon Musk? There's some private company, that's it, who send cars to Mars. I mean, that's all they are. They're a joke, but they're allowed to change their live stream. So, guys, I have had about enough of this. I mean, I'm going to do everything I can to find out who at SpaceX has the pull and who at Google allowed the change. I will get to the bottom of it. I don't care if it takes newspaper articles. I don't care if it takes... This is something that is beyond what should be allowed. Again, play by the playing rules. Play by the rules. You want to lie to me? You have all permission to do that. Lie to me. It's my job to decipher lies and choose what to believe. If I choose to believe in Spaceman or Starman in space, if I choose to believe that because I can film things go up in the sky, that means that the video of the fake ball Earth is real, if I choose to be Astronomy Live, that's on me. That's on me. I can't get mad at anybody for doing that. Now, do I think it's completely ethical to brainwash children, indoctrinate children in groups of 30, to sit them down in desks and tell them that things are true and they turn out to be not true? No, I don't think that's fair. I think it's a dirtball move. But it's playing within the rules. You are allowed to lie to people in life. You can absolutely lie to people. And guess what? When you get found out, you get knocked out. So you learn not to lie to people. You learn when you lie to people, you get punched in the face. So that's how you learn. It's life. So that's how you operate through life. But you're all playing on the same playing field. You don't have all of a sudden some people that are allowed to have superpowers. Oh, when you come to attack, I'll just jump and fly up in the air and you can't get me. Haha. Well, that person's playing by different rules. Okay, when you can go back in time and edit your video that somebody's made comments about, somebody said, hey, this is them, they're faking you, they're deluding you, they're causing some sort of distraction, they're cropping this video for this reason, and then somebody just goes and changes it so that now what's my video? Who's to say my video is the truth? It's my word against theirs. Who do you think people are going to believe? Me or SpaceX? As long as we're operating on the same playing field, whatever. You want to show fake spaceman? I have the ability to come here and tell people that's fake. We're playing by the same rules. People can decide for themselves. They want to believe in space travel. If they want to believe that in 1974 that the United States and NASA sent a lander, a probe that went to Venus and landed on it and took pictures in 74 before the internet, before anything like that. If you want to believe that, and then they sent those pictures back, and then NASA got to show you pictures from Venus, then that's on you. That's how at least they're playing on the same playing field. You can lie to NASA if you want. You can go make a fake landing on some fake planet in fake space if you want, and you can fool the world if you want. You're playing on the same playing field. But this is different. This is way different. And if people don't see, it should be everybody. It shouldn't just be me. It shouldn't just be flat earthers. If you are a globe earther, if you're Red's Rhetoric, and the little bit of respect I have left for you as an intelligent person, as at least somebody who, for the most part, has some morals at least. You know, Wolfie 6020, for these guys, Sly Sparkane, Soundly, I will have lost all respect for you if you can't stand up and say, about this one thing, you're right. About everything else, you're wrong, Jeran. About everything else, you're an idiot. But you're right. There's no reason why anybody should be above what everyone else gets to do on YouTube. But you know what? You watch these guys they'll say, "Oh no, the space they just fixed a little something. They just replaced a film. It's not like they changed something. It's not like they did something to get away with something." But that's the beginning of the end. Do you understand that that's when everything breaks down? If now you're going to give permission to change history, well, certain people well, it is Elon Musk. He is really cool. You know, he's like today's Iron Man. You know, if that's the kind of attitude we're going to have, good luck. Because this is just another test. Just like they're testing you to see, will people really believe this spaceman in space? And then, we missed Mars orbit. We just missed mathematically. It went off. And then Elon Musk sent a picture that says, this is the last picture taken of star. What do you mean the last picture? Why? Wasn't your camera powered by solar power when it was going around the Earth? So why wouldn't it be able to remain on? Why can't you turn it on now? It doesn't make any sense. But Astronomy Live, these guys, they'll just buy give me more. Space. Give me more rocket. These things are so loud. Have you ever heard them? They shake your bones. The fire in the sky. They just want more. Give me more space lie. Lie to my face some more, please. Now go back in time and change history and lie to my face that way. I love it. I love planets that I'll never go to. I love the never-ending space that I'll never see. I love spinning on the Earth that I'll never feel. I love flying around the sun that's 1,000,000 times bigger than the Earth that I'll never see. I'll never experience that. I love it. I love going 480,000 miles per hour around the Milky Way. Love it. Give me more. Give me more numbers. I want to crunch some numbers. What? Gravity. Okay. Force equals mass over. Okay. Distance. Okay. Great. I want some more. It's ridiculous. That's what it is. But about this, give me a break. They're changing history. It shouldn't be allowed. It is a travesty. And I'm going to get to the bottom of it. I'm going to find out who allowed this to happen. Is it the head of Google? Is it some nobody that allowed? Somebody allowed. I mean, imagine this situation. You're Google, and here comes Elon Musk with his dumb-looking toddler head, and he says, "Excuse me, can I change my live feed?" What is your response to that? Absolutely not. It's never been allowed in the history of YouTube. Why would we allow you to do that? Because I'm Elon Musk. Oh, Elon, sir. I didn't notice it was you. Oh, by all means here. What would you like us to do? We'd love to take your video down and replace it with a different one and keep your views up. And we'll never tell anybody that it's been edited. We're into doing this for space. Whatever you want. We take scuba divers out of NASA's films all the time. Give me a break. It doesn't even make sense. So, if you guys want to help out, you can always go become a patron. Sorry, not a Patreon. Patreon.com/Jeranism, where I'm telling you, I'll get to the bottom of it one way or another. You're not going to get to do something like this and not be held accountable for it. It should be put out there. SpaceX, first time somebody's been able to change the live view, the live video on YouTube. Why? Because you're trying to protect this little space lie that you've been telling for 100 years. It's that important to you? Well, guess what? It's the most important thing because it is all they have left. It's everything. It's everything for these guys. And I'm not sure if Elon Musk is in on it or if he's just an idiot who's deceived. One or the other. But who would have had the balls to say, somebody go to Google and ask them to do something that nobody else is allowed to do, please? Can somebody go make that phone call? I mean, I don't even know how you get a hold of Google. Who the hell? They could do the worst thing possible, which they've done to many channels. Destroy a channel, take a channel down with no strikes, just remove it. You can't get a hold of them. They don't answer to anybody, but not Elon Musk. No. When you lose $600 million a year, $600 million a quarter, when you drive sales that much that you lose $600 million a quarter, you get to talk to Google when you want to. You will change live streams all you want. All you got to do is lose $600 million a quarter because that's tough. Real hard work. I mean, you could just go out and throw $600 million in the street. I mean, that would be, I guess, a way to lose it. But you have to work awful hard to lose $600 million. It is not easy. And again, all you did was sell, less than 80,000 cars in a year. And you're valued more at GM than GM, who sells 80,000 Chevy Silverados every 2 weeks. Does that make any sense to you? 80,000 Chevy Silverados every 2 weeks. That company that makes profit is worth less than Tesla, who loses $600 million a quarter and takes money from taxpayers and sells emission credits to companies that can't make it. Oh, we're GM. We let too much emissions go. We're going to get fined by the government. Unless, Elon, will you sell us some of your emission credits? Oh, here's my emission credits. Go ahead and pollute the environment. Even though I'm making a car for the point of not damaging the atmosphere, I'm going to give you my credits so that you get away with doing it. This way, you don't have to pay the government either. Here's my credits. And by the way, my cars have to run on electricity, which is generated through coal, which is damaging the... how about this one? Did you know who pays for the taxes that take care of our roads? Who pays for the roads? Who pays for the maintenance? Who pays for Caltrans to stand, if you're from California, Caltrans to stand on the side of the road with 18 people when they need 2? Who pays for that? It's the people that pay for gasoline. That's where all those taxes come out of. You know why your gas costs so damn much? It's because a big chunk of that is used towards fixing the roads. So if you drive a Tesla, you don't pay for gas. So you don't pay for the roads. We all pay for your roads so you can drive in your fancy little car and that you paid less than it cost for. Can you imagine? What other business does that? How much does this cost to make, Jim? It's about $50 to make, sir. All right, put it on the shelf for $30. What do you mean? We'll go out of business? No. Just call it a Tesla and say I'm Elon Musk, and we will become famous. Go ahead and put that on the shelf for $30. But, sir, it costs us $50 to make this. Put it on the shelf for $30. That's what they do at Tesla. They charge $20,000 less than it costs to make the car. And this guy's considered smart. How much does it cost to make this Tesla? $50,000. How much do you charge for it? $30,000. That's how you lose. You're losing money, sir. Yeah, but we get these credits from the government here, and we get these emission credits here, and at the end of the day, bottom line, we actually lose $600 million. Yeah, sir, that's not how you run a business. But I'm Elon Musk. Oh, my bad. Elon, I didn't know it was you. Oh, yeah, go ahead. Why don't you lose $800 million? Nobody cares. And why don't you go change live streams? Nobody cares. Why don't you fake space? Why don't you put some dummy in one of your dumb cars and then make a Earth go around it and then film it? And then people who film fire things go up in the sky will say that makes it true. And I know a friend who filmed David Copperfield make a car disappear. So that's true too. And he made the Golden Gate Bridge disappear. That's true too. So all those things are true. And everything else is false because I've got videotape footage of it happening. Hate to tell you that that's what happens. So believe in what you want. But I'm going to get to the bottom of it because it's bullshit. And anybody who backs it, you're out of your mind and you are asking to be just completely overtaken by believers in nonsense. These guys are occult gurus. They think that they're going to manifest these things into existence. Like if we keep faking that we went to the moon, one day we'll get to go to the moon. No, it's not the way it works. There's no moon to go to. Okay, as evidenced by the fact that you pretended to go there 6 times and have never even attempted to go back. We all know why. Because you can't fake it anymore. And what are you going to do? You fooled people once, but you can't do it anymore unless you put... Although at this point, geez, if you believe in fake spaceman, you'll believe in anything. So be kind to each other. Don't lie to each other. And by that, I mean don't go change live streams and not tell people. Don't just go edit live stream. Oh, but still, I was uploaded to 6. What do you mean? 16 million views. Yeah, you changed it. You edited it against YouTube's rules. You're allowed to get away with whatever you want. Who the F is SpaceX? Who the F is Elon Musk? Hashtag felony Musk. The guy is ridiculous and a joke. And congratulations on losing more money than I can even imagine every quarter. I mean, who else gets famous by losing $600 million a quarter? Yeah, keep making cool cars, dude. Yeah, how much are you charging? Oh, $20,000 less than they cost to make. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. That means you can't sell a car for what it's worth. That means shut down your business. If you can't sell something for more than it costs to make it, you shouldn't be in business. Period. There's no reason to be in business. What are you doing? Where do you get that extra money? Oh, taxpayers? Great. So I'm paying for the rich people to buy your shitty electric car? Great. Fantastic. And then I got to pay for the roads they drive on? Great. Fantastic. Oh, and I'm paying for the credits that you're giving other car companies to put emissions in the air? Great. Fantastic. Way to go, Elon. Can you also slap me in the face and lie to me about space? Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Who the F is Elon Musk? Be kind, don't lie, open your mind, find your own truth. Till next time, this has been Jeranism. Peace! Sometimes there's a line in the sand, if you want to say, that has to be drawn. And to me, where things get a little bit crazy is when somebody isn't playing by the rules. Now, I'll say this. If NASA, if SpaceX, if the United States government, if you name it, is doing things like lying to our face, is hoaxing different things, that, by my definition, is playing by the rules. Even if you are putting us in school desks and you're teaching us lies, you know what? Well, they're lying and we should have been able to tell, or somebody should have noticed, or, to me, that's even playing by the rules. So, you got to come back. We got to battle through that. People lie to you all the time. It's the way it goes. You've got to learn to deal with that. But where things get a little bit creepy is when people no longer play by the rules. When they're able to step outside of what anyone else can do. For example, you're allowed to lie to SpaceX. You're allowed to lie to NASA. You're allowed to lie to other people. If you want to go out and get a bunch of children to come to your house where you're going to teach them something, you are allowed to lie to them. That's you're playing by the same rules they're playing by. Where things get out of control is when there is some player in the game that is allowed to go outside of the rules of the game, because then you don't have a fair fight. And even though we didn't have a fair fight from the very beginning, because you indoctrinated us as children, you still are playing within the rule set until you go and do something like they did today. So let's take a look, and I'll show you what exactly I'm talking about. And again, like I was talking about last night, it comes down to cues. Searching for, how do I edit my video? How can I edit my video? Here's the YouTube editor. Now, this is something I did not know. Maybe you guys didn't know either. I did not know that I'm able to trim my videos that are live. It's totally new to me. And in fact, I think it's awesome, because I've always wondered, the reason I do that minute and a half at the beginning is I had a lot of people emailing me saying, oh, I wish I knew when you were going to go live, because when I find out it's too late and I go there and you already started. So I said, okay, I'll put like a minute and a half countdown. This way you get the notification and you have time to get there. So now I know that I can go in and I can trim the beginning of that video so that people watching it not live don't have to watch that minute and a half countdown. However, there's a caveat to that editor. As you can see, maybe it's here. I don't know which one it is. Yes, I've highlighted it here. If you have over 100,000 views or a content ID match, you can't save any changes to your videos. Instead, you can create a new video with a new URL with the edits using the Save as New Video option. You can still save changes to videos with a blue faces or custom blurring features. So basically saying, number one, you can edit, meaning trim, crop videos. You cannot replace parts of the videos with other videos, as I'll show you that they did. And also, if you have over 100,000 views, SpaceX had 100,000 views before I took my first breath on the 6th. Okay, they had millions of views. I think it's up to 16 million now. Clearly, they have gone over this amount. They are not allowed to do any trimming, let alone completely replacing video. Let's move to the next one. Making changes to uploaded videos. Tells you can make changes by, they're talking about to the category, the title, description, not to the video. How to edit a live stream archived video. You can trim out parts of your video and enhancements and keep the same URL. But if you use the YouTube video editor, you will be given a new URL. I'm somehow able to go into my live broadcast and change it. Change my words, change something about that live broadcast, and then let it stand to where no changes are noticed. The upload date doesn't change. The views don't change. Essentially, I have rewritten history. Something that is stamped as live streamed, something that everyone else has no ability to change, so it's not like Jeran would be able to go and change it. Now, if we're going to allow for certain entities, government, space-related, the NFL, doesn't matter who. If we're going to allow people to go back in time edit out portions of their video and still, here's the sad thing, is that if it came down to it, SpaceX could just say that I lied in my video. They could say, nope, that's our upload. It's our live feed. Jeran made a fake video. And it's their word against mine because their video shows that it was uploaded on February 6th. And they've changed it. If you don't realize what's at hand here, you've lost your mind. You don't realize what is at stake if we're going to give permission for people to change history. Sure, they can change history in articles and on the web. We know that. They can do things like that. We know that. But when it comes to something as simple as what are the rules, what is allowed by YouTube, this is where even the Globers need to stand up for what's right. Doesn't matter what I'm saying. Doesn't matter if you agree with me or you don't. What you have to agree with is SpaceX, of all people, should not be allowed to go back in time and change their live stream. All of you that are Globe believers, and this is especially an appeal to Red's Rhetoric, to Sean Hufford, to Wolfie6020, to Soundly, to you guys that make videos, do you think it should be allowed for SpaceX to go change their live stream? You can't change your live stream. Sean Hufford, you say something wrong in a live stream, it's there forever. Red's Rhetoric, you make a mistake, it's there. We all know that. We all have to deal with it. It's part of doing things live. You don't have the option to go back and change it. You can delete your video, but then everybody says, haha, I have this video Jeran uploaded on the 3rd and he deleted it on the 4th. But should they be allowed to do something that none of us are allowed to do? This is an appeal to anybody who's just a human being, that this becomes, they're not playing by the same rules. They can essentially, let's just pretend, accidentally, a scuba diver is seen in space. I capture it. I'm making a video about it. Oh, I found the scuba diver in space. NASA sees it, or SpaceX, whoever. They go in. They replace the scene with the scuba diver with a new scene, and then just leave it. And then I come out with my video and say, ha, NASA put a scuba diver. Nope, sorry. What do you mean? Where'd you get? Jeran, you've edited your video. You've added a scuba diver. Because clearly NASA's upload doesn't have the scuba diver. That's why we have timestamps. That's why we have upload dates. That's how we have things called live streams. So that nobody can take advantage of that kind of situation. Well, let's look at what SpaceX has gone and done, because they have done something that should be allowed by no one. It's ridiculous. Let me bring this up real quick, just so something I tweeted earlier. The FakeX and Felony Musk have been allowed by Google and YouTube to do something no other channel is allowed to do. They have been allowed to go into their live stream video, edit it. The upload still says live stream, and they have made changes essentially rewriting history. What a total joke. First of all, before I show you exactly what they did, let's look at a couple things here. Starting with some questions I went looking for at YouTube Live FAQ. A test. This is a test for everyone involved, because here's the thing. Globers, Globe believers, those of you out there who hate me, there are many. This is going to be a test to see if you stand behind SpaceX for doing something clearly nobody should be able to do. Or will you stand behind me, even though you don't agree with what I say? Even though you may believe that the Earth's a ball, you may think flat earthers are the biggest idiots of all time, you may think everything I say is a lie, you may think I do this for money, blah, 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 blah. I've heard it all before. Drink bleach, don't procreate. Yeah, I know. But there comes a time where you have to realize what's at hand. You have to realize what's at stake. And with what I'm about to show you and what I'm about to reveal and what you probably already know, you are clearly being asked to choose sides here between what is right and what is wrong. And I can already hear all the excuses for SpaceX. There is no excuse for SpaceX to do something that is not allowed by anybody. Okay, if you guys don't know, if I make a live video, like I'm doing now, like I did yesterday, I'm not allowed to go in after the fact and change portions of my video. Okay, I can if I want. I can download my video. I can edit it again, but then I have to re-upload it. Okay, so I have to upload it again, which means the date's going to change. The likes are going to go back to 0. The views are going to go back to 0. And there's proof that I changed the video. There's proof right there. Jeran made a video on February 2nd and then re-uploaded it on February 4th after he changed some things he said. Okay, that's something I can do. What I cannot do is make a video like I'm doing now live, then tomorrow decide, I don't like what I said there. It didn't really make sense. I would rather come across being smart. Let me replace that. And so I create a new sound clip